Hey guys, so today we are reacting to a video by Biaheza called I Bought a Failing Business and Turned It Around. So Abraham, one of the things that you've talked about and I've heard you say is like, man, that's probably not the smartest approach in general. This kid, he's pretty young, but he's pretty sharp. He made $1 million by 17 years old by drop shipping. So he had businesses. He just turned up to be a really large YouTuber and now makes most of his money that way. But if anyone could do it, I think it could be him. But what's your initial impression based off that title?
I mean, the title is, yeah, it's scary. Like, especially if you say he's 22.
Yeah, he's really
crap. So turning a failed business around is very hard. There's people that specialize in that are really good at it, but like most people, like 99%. So, but again, it depends how bad is failing and how much are you turning it around, all that matters. But yeah, just the title, you know, in general is a scary thing, but there's people that are really good at it.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Want to go ahead and start it?
Let's do it.
$1 million business and then see if by implementing some new strategies, we can maybe revive it to its former glory. Now, although this is pretty risky, buying any 7-figure business isn't gonna be cheap and I could end up losing all of my money, the price points for these aren't as crazy and out of reach as you may think. So I really wanna try this out to see if it could be a
So what he said there is a really good point. He said that even though it's $1 million plus business or 7-figure business, it seems like it's a lot of money to put up, but it's really not out of reach. So a lot of people think that you can't buy $1 million businesses. I mean, I buy them all the time, and like tons of people that I've taught how to do it buy it all the time. Tons of people that Carl's taught how to do it all the time. So these are regular people that knew nothing about it. So it's very important to understand that you could buy these types of businesses. They're not as hard as people think.
100%.
shortcut to making a ton of money, or if you'd be better off just starting from scratch. There's this really neat marketplace called Shopify Exchange where people can sell e-commerce businesses. And because this marketplace is owned by Shopify, the listings on here are actually connected to the stores. So the sellers can't fake their numbers or provide some phony screenshots. And even just scrolling through here can be really interesting, even motivating. You can see a bunch of these stores that have revenue numbers in the 8 figures, down to stores that have 0 revenue and somehow even negative sales, maybe from returns or chargebacks or something, I don't know. And as far as pricing goes, same thing, anywhere from $50 to the millions, depending on what you want to get. Okay, so my search criteria is gonna be 1, I want to try to find a business that's done over $1 million in sales. 2, I'm hoping they're fairly recent sales. I don't want to buy something super outdated. And 3, bring water and good vibes. That's pretty much it. Let's hop on the computer.
What's cool, like, I mean, he seems to be taking a pretty intelligent approach. Like, he's not doing stuff that's super unrealistic to turn around. So he has some criteria that he's going off of. Unrelated, but one thing that's just like cool about him and differentiates him, his videos are super fast paced. So if you notice, like, we're a minute into that video and he said like so many things with crazy fast edits. I think that's why he's gotten so successful. It's just he's really honed in on the editing style.
Maybe we need to get some better editors.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I looked through like every listing on this marketplace. A lot of them were just completely unreasonable, asking hundreds of thousands of dollars for dropshipping stores from like 2017. Just a whole lot of Facebook Marketplace, hey buddy, I know what I got here type vibe. But I narrowed it down to 2 really good options. May I present to you the first option, a company called Lenny Lemons that's gone over $8 million worth of sales in the last few years. 8 million. It's a company in the baby niche. They want 20 grand for it, and it looks like they even have some inventory that'll come with the sale. Which 20 grand for a business that's cleared over $8 million in sales, I feel like that's not bad, although a lot of the sales are from a while ago. May I present to you the second option?
Don't buy it. I'm out.
It's a business in the beauty niche that's done about $3.5 million. Now, I really like this one because the sales were as recent as of this year. So I feel like we could pretty quickly get that up and running. And they're also asking 20 bands. So I don't know exactly how this process works, but I'll message both of them and get back to you.
So he's looking through here and he's trying to find businesses to buy. So he's found 2 businesses. They're both for sale for $20,000 each.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I see his methodology and how he's doing it. So I guess the worst case scenario you could lose is $20,000.
Right.
He'll probably negotiate it. He'll probably, I'm assuming he's not gonna pay all cash.
And one of them has 10,000 worth of assets. So even if that's like way overinflated, he has some money that he can get back
so some
there,
people say 10,000, but that 10,000
probably like
could be
1,000.
worth it. It could be. So, but you know, now that you mentioned about his videos, how they're super fast paced, I'm actually watching that a lot more, you know, since you mentioned that. It's boom, boom. Yeah, I love his videos.
It's extremely impressive.
Yeah, it's very good. We gotta do a lot more videos like that.
Actually, never mind. You guys know me, sneaky fella, pumped faked you a little bit. Whoop. I hit up a few other listings as backup, and off rip, we've just uncovered I don't know if I want to call it a scam, but definitely a racket of sorts. So this one seller got back to me and basically said, hey, sorry, already sold the store, but there's this marketing agency I credit all of my store success to. Let me know if you want to get in contact with them. Which is just, it's got to be the craziest client acquisition strategy I've seen from a marketing agency in a long time. So this is kind of getting my guard up in terms of scams and kind of letting my hopes down if this is the first response we got. This listing was kind of too good to be true, so I'll just check back in when those other two reply.
Yeah, it could be a scam, or it could be just someone that's doing like really good marketing to get a lot of people to reach out to them, so when they do have stuff to sell, they could do it. But yeah, he picked up on it right away. That's very scamsy.
Yeah. But what's good, that's what I'm saying, like he's really intelligent for his age. Like he's being able to analyze, when something is too good to be true, a scammy sort of thing. He has a good criteria. So I mean, he's off to a good starting point, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
8-ball Lenny ended up just never getting back to me. He probably smelled the incoming lowball offer through my email ahead of time. No hard feelings. Now, as far as the $3 million beauty conglomerate, store owner Stephanie hit me back very quickly, which gave me the option to place an offer, so I shot for the stars and said 40% off. I could do 12 grand. She said, nah, I'm gonna need 16. I said, let me think about it. I mean, I spent 16 at the mall on a random Tuesday. Not a big deal, obviously, but while I was thinking about it, we had an unforeseen circumstance. It just so happens that right when I sit down to make this video, Shopify announces that they're gonna be taking down this marketplace entirely in like 2 weeks. I kid you not, this banner just pops up out of nowhere. I mean,
so that's the really scary thing about these online search. Amazon can do the same shit to you. All these places. So it's a very scary business. I don't really buy those types of businesses because of that, because you have no control.
So reliant.
Yeah, so reliant. But that's crazy. That just happened like when he's doing that. That's amazing. That's amazing.
I mean, last resort, there's also another website called Flippa we could use where you could buy the same kind of thing, but I think I'm just gonna try to sneak in here last second and swoop up this beauty conglomerate before the exchange closes down. That way.
So to clarify, Shopify didn't go down. The platform, like the biz buy sell of Shopify went down. Yeah. So like the one he was making the deal on, that platform was about to go down.
Oh.
Yeah.
We won't have to leave Shopify and can process this transaction safely. And didn't work. It was already too late. So if we wanted this deal, we had to make it happen outside of this safe, trusted mediator. But on the plus side, me being hesitant made Stephanie drop her price to $14,000 from the original $20,000. And so at this price, I was ready to go through with it. The seller set up a deal through escrow.com, which I've never personally used before, but apparently it's gonna act as a middle party for us. So I don't know, I'm really about to go transfer $14,000 to a stranger I met on the internet and have never even spoken to. And the thing with wire transfers, there's no going back. Once you initiate it, there's no way to get a refund.
Yeah, so I mean, did he do any due diligence on this at all? Like, he didn't talk about due diligence, so like that's really important. Like, what are you really buying?
Right.
Well, the cool thing about it though, even if he didn't do due diligence, literally $14,000 is nothing to him, obviously, based on what he just said. So like, he's making a cool video about it. Maybe the video is worth more than $14,000 anyway, but it would be cool if something actually turns out about it. But if it was a significant amount of money, I'm sure he'd be doing a lot more due diligence. But
for sure.
Let's see what happens. It's cool.
You know what? If I get scammed, it'll be good for the plot. Character development. After
That's what I just said. I said it'd be a good story even if you got scammed.
Initiating the transfer, all I could really do was sit back and anxiously wait. The escrow service said they received my payment, but they took forever processing it. They requested a written agreement and were just suspiciously gatekeeping this transaction.
I just woke up to this email saying that my payment for the escrow has finally been secure. So I guess now the ball is officially in the seller's court. Will they send me this store? I don't know. At this point, it's been like a week since I've sent that payment, so I've had the time to come to peace and accept the very real possibility that I might have just got rinsed, but we'll see.
Now
if he got scammed though, it would have been by escrow.com, not by the seller, right?
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Escrow.com has
holding his funds,
I mean, he wouldn't just send money to escrow.com without making sure that's a real website. I mean, it sounds like that's a damn good website name. Escrow.com?
Yeah.
How do you get that? Like, how could that be fake, you think? But so I mean, I wonder if he checked into that website. How do you just pick? I wonder if the seller said, yeah, let's use that website, and that would be a good scam.
An hour later, I got an email my eyes couldn't believe. Things are different now. It's not Be Treasy no more. Talk to me nice. It's Mr. Biaheza now, owner of multi-million-dollar online beauty conglomerate Avenue. This is an email from Shopify inviting me to become the new store owner of this business. So I think we might be in. Or this is a virus malware phishing link and I'm about to have all of my accounts squeezed dry and rinsed.
What's up, gentlemen?
It's so funny how he thinks that way because I think the same way. Every time I get like an email and there's a link or something, I have to click it. I'm like, okay, I gotta be super careful because I don't want to have someone have all my passwords. He thinks the same way. Like, you know, you're pretty damn safe or as safe as you can be, but you're still like that 1%.
Chance,
I'm not the only one that thinks that way.
Okay, so I just realized that this store has $157,000 worth of sales that were made this year, meaning tax has not yet been paid for these sales. So if I, as the new owner and as the person who updated the information inside of this store, now receive a 1099 tax document saying that this is my income, I very well could have just spent $14,000 to buy myself an $80,000 tax bill.
No.
Wait, go ahead and pause.
Real talk. I can't.
Wait, is that true?
I don't believe that's true. I think that if you bought the business, I guess it depends on how you bought it. If it was like a stock purchase, asset purchase, but I'm sure like when you file your taxes, you could show your account and be like, look, I bought it this as of this date. Like I didn't have any sales,
right?
Previously. So
sure.
I'm sure there's ways around it.
But I emailed the owner, talked to Shopify support, and we were eventually able to update the new ownership in the system. And then by also creating a new payment processing account, we did resolve this issue.
Bruh.
Okay, so everything.
Yeah, I told you the odds of there being a problem was impossible.
I found they had a couple $500,000 months. We could see their top selling products, which were magnetic eyelashes, followed by this mask. They recently sold some of this lip gloss.
So you know what's really crazy? Like when I buy businesses or look at businesses, I look at their sales to some degree, but what I really look at is what their profit is. Like he never mentioned like, okay, they're doing 500,000 in sales. What did it cost to buy all that stuff? You know, so that would be kind of interesting. Like I don't know why he didn't mention it, but I'm sure at some point.
That makes your lips bigger, fishing hook, but the product pages on here were actually fire. Let's set a goal right now to get the store back up to $1,000 per day in revenue. After going through the website, I ended up hopping on a call with the previous owner to get some more info.
Hello.
I got to hear Stephanie's story of getting into dropshipping after being dissatisfied with her job.
So I decided to go on YouTube and courses. My boyfriend at the time had.
And then also what I could do to revive it.
I think that one thing we could have done better was TikTok and making sure that we made more content.
Which she basically said should be through better TikTok ads.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You as well. Bye-bye. For this, we were off. I hopped on the computer and got to work. Day 1, hour 0. I think I want to try to revive this product right here, this lip gloss that makes your lips bigger. Stephanie sent over a bunch of content she paid for of people using this product, so I think I can make some pretty steezy ads with it. And this product is also on Zendrop, which is a software and supplier that you can connect right to your Shopify store, and they'll process all of your orders and ship them out automatically, really quickly, and for super cheap.
The other thing that's really interesting, I wonder if the person that he bought it from like knows who he is and knows what he does.
Right.
He didn't mention that yet.
Yeah.
This instant lip plumper is going to cost me about $2 and then like another $4 for shipping. And then we're going to turn around and sell it for $20, $30 on our website. So when people buy from our website.
So that's pretty good. So he's going to be in it for like $7. He's selling it for $20 to $30.
Right.
Yeah, so he's 3 to 5 times in his money.
Zendrop will automatically fulfill those orders and send this product to our customers, and we keep the $20, $30 difference as profit. So now that we have the back end of our business figured out, which took a...
This is kind of a cool video because it's like one of like the 5 top trendy type things that people are doing for like side hustles is to do a drop shipping business. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. I wonder if like we should like do something like that, like buy some sort of drop shipping business and just try to see if we can. It's a matter if we have the time to do it.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
If we had the time to do it, or have someone that
we could do it.
We could probably maybe have someone come in the office and work for us and do it. But yeah, that'd be a kind of interesting kind of video to make as well.
Yeah.
A few clicks in like 5 minutes thanks to Zendrop. I'm gonna try to work on this product page a little bit, just tweak a few things and then edit some advertisements. This was my final product page. Basically just switched the wording and some images here and there, minor stuff.
So I don't know if you just noticed it, but like a few seconds ago on this video, they were shooting and he was like on his computer typing and he didn't have shoes on and they blurred his feet out. Like, does he have like an OnlyFans page that you have to like, pay to see his feet? Like that's what I do with my feet. So like, I wonder if like he does something similar.
So he's really funny and he puts so much attention to detail like that. Like maybe a lot of people didn't notice that, but that's like a funny thing that he just did.
I think it's funny because I've done the same thing. So yeah.
Good news and bad news here. So good news, I woke up today.
God is the greatest. Weather.
TikTok approved all of our ads, no problem. Things went exceptionally smooth. So that was a huge relief. The ads started running. And as you can see here, we even got 173 store visitors up to this point, which when I saw that this morning threw me off. 173 sessions and 0 sales. it doesn't really make sense for this funnel. They were good ads and this is a great landing page. It should at least have a 2% conversion rate. So we at least should have gotten like 3-4 sales. So then I looked closer at the conversion rate and we had 14 people add this to their cart and 10 reached the checkout, but 0 actually converted. It just really doesn't add up. So I went on the store and tried to check out as a customer. I went through the whole sales page, and once I got to the shipping portion of the checkout process, I was met with this message saying I can't have the product delivered to my address. Which is when I realized I didn't look over the shipping settings for this store. So I went back in, figured all of that out, and now we are good to go and people can actually purchase from our store. But overall, things are looking good. I'll check back in.
So that's pretty cool. Like, obviously, you know, that's what I do. You figure out what the problem is,
right,
and you reverse engineer it until you figure out a solution. So he knew that people were going there. He knew people were going to the shopping cart. He knew people wanted it, but like they never paid for it.
Right.
So he's like, well, it doesn't make sense. So then he tried to do it himself, which is the same thing we would do.
Right.
And then we saw, yeah, you can't buy it. We'd go back and fix it, and boom.
Right. And what's really important is like people, I think anyone would figure that out at some point. He figured it out really early on.
Yeah, very early.
You know, like 10 sales or 10 carts
right
in.
away.
So that's like
Yeah.
super important.
Yeah, for sure.
In once we hopefully get some sales. As soon as I put down the camera, look at this. We already got our first sale. So the shipping was definitely the issue. Things are looking promising. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows from here. In fact, I ended up losing money on ads that first day. However, I did get a little data from that, so I spent a lot of time using it to create better ads since I could kind of see what was working in practice. I also experimented with targeting different interests and then played around with a website to try and increase the conversion rate. Come on, purchase, purchase, purchase.
I mean, this is such a good video for someone that wants to learn how to do dropshipping.
Yeah.
Because he's showing all the different like ways to get the right customers and what to tweak if stuff's not working and all that. Yeah, this is like super valuable.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's go. Can we get another one?
Check out now. I was fighting for these sales. I spent hours optimizing every aspect of this funnel. Okay, I'm gonna preface this by saying maybe don't go buy a $14,000 business if you're just getting into this. All we really got was a website and some content we could use for ads, which we could have easily built the website for free using Shopify. You can get a free trial using the link in my description, and I also have my paid course link down there, which explains how to set everything up. Pay some people to make a few videos using your product, connect your website to Zendrop to have the backend sorted, and boom, for under 1,000, you basically have the same exact thing. You could probably even do it for under like 500. So I just want to put that out there because this $14,000 shortcut is currently working, although it may not be the best way to achieve these results. Day one, we got $149 worth of sales, but compared to the amount of sessions we had, this wasn't a good number. So I really shortened down our landing page to be less wordy and more to the point, which did wonders for the conversion rate. I also started increasing the budget on the ads that got us the initial sales. And almost a little anticlimactic here, but even though e-com and dropshipping has been dead for years now, we did finish off day 2 with over $1,000 in sales. Now, please stand for the court of
Damn, so he went from 0 to 170 to over 1,000.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
he's doing all the right things.
profit. I was pretty aggressive with the ads right out of the gate, so it's not huge, but for day 2, we're talking about $400 in ad spend and $257 in product costs, leaving us with about $300 profit for the day, but that profit margin is likely to grow as the ads get more optimized, as I use some of that data to create better advertisements and the page gets more social proof. So that's pretty good. I might actually just change the domain of the store and scale it up for a follow-up video, but I hope you enjoyed this one and have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.
So what do you think?
So I like him a lot. I like him a lot, and the way he thinks, I like it a lot. So within the second or third day, he's already making $300 some profit.
Yeah.
I mean, and just based on from day 1 all the way to day 2, 3, he kept increasing the amount of money. Now, I don't know how much time he's putting into it, and obviously he's doing that for this video to make it as good as possible,
Right.
and how much his time is worth. But literally, if he was just kept it the same, like $300 some a month, I mean, literally, he would get all his money back in less than 2 months.
Yeah.
And that's if he didn't grow it, but he kept growing it. He kept figuring out better ways to do ads, better ways to do and
Right.
he only has those products. Like he'll probably add new products, you know, in theory.
Sure.
So I mean, he could, yeah, that's a great investment.
Yeah. So based off what you saw, obviously you said you liked him, but does it surprise you that he's as successful as he is this early on? I mean,
Not at all. You say he's 22. I mean, you know, listening to him talk, you would think he's a lot older, you know, mature-wise. So no, it makes total sense.
all right, cool. So we'll definitely be reacting to more of his videos going forward. But if you guys like this video, like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell so you don't miss more videos like these going forward.
And should I start a dropshipping business at some point? Does anybody want to start one with me or want to like help me do it? Let me know. Comment below.